right, we made it to Death Valley National Park, and there's no one within miles. All right, Sean, introduce yourself.
Hello, my
First
name is
time in the
Sean.
vlog. Yo, you're nervous. He said he wouldn't be nervous. It's crazy. Literally, like, you can't see anything for miles. There's like no cars here. No cars here. This is our car. And this is the sign to Death Valley National Park. Yo, how was the drive here?
It's so nice.
Yeah, what was nice about it?
Because the view's nice and no one's on the road.
Yeah, after like an hour and a half out of LA, it was like all empty and it was just rocks and open roads, and we even pulled over for a little bit, and we also saw donkeys, which was really interesting.
Both of you gotta leave. So.
Yeah, oh wow, look at this. Look at this guy. He's literally on the road. But there's no one here. But yeah, we're just here to take a picture with the sign, and then we're gonna head into the park. So what makes Death Valley the hottest place in the world? Well, there's a lot of factors, and I'll get into that. But we were just here to see the sights, and we figured since it's not the summer, the heat won't be that bad. Or so we thought.
I got my bright ideas, shining on to something new. You strike me like lightning, you right on cue.
Alright, Samuel.
Yeah.
Explain what's going on.
We were driving down the hill, and Sean started braking the car. As he was braking, the car started shaking. So there's an issue with the brake. We stopped.
It's this wheel right here.
And it's this wheel here, because you can smell some sort of burnt material.
This is like day one of our car rental, so yeah, hopefully it's nothing serious, because we don't want to be stuck out here. We don't want to get towed, and brakes are pretty serious, so we don't really want to take it too lightly, even if it may be just something small. So I don't know, we're probably just gonna wait it out and drive again. We're not too far from where we're staying. I think we're 45 minutes away. So yeah, we're probably just gonna drive carefully and hope for the best right now. All right, we made it to our hotel. We are at a place called The Ranch at Death Valley, I think it's called. And it's basically like an oasis. Pretty much we're surrounded by desert, but here there's like, it's like a hotel, and there's like places to stay, there's restaurants, there's a golf course, basketball court, and all of that. So originally we were gonna camp, which is a lot cheaper, but we don't have any stuff, and we thought about like buying camping stove and all that, but I'm glad we went with this option because it is hot. It is like 44 Celsius right now. But yeah, this is where we're staying. Time to head to the room, and maybe I'll do a little room tour.
So we're here, we got the queen beds with the phone in the middle.
Who cares about the phone?
We got the coffee machine for caffeine. And we got Sean for driving. No, I'm kidding.
Bro, that's the worst room tour I've ever done. All right, we got a TV here as well. And then we got a view out there. I'll show that after.
So the sink is outside of the actual bathroom, just so that you can like multi-use it for different people in the room. I got the shower in the bathtub, pretty basic.
And this is the outside. Right outside our door is like a golf course, and it's kind of nice. Like, I mean, it's just a golf course, but it's really nice with the mountains and the palm trees. And we're also in the corner, which means our car is right over here. So honestly, really convenient, can't complain. The total, I think, was like 300 something. I'll put the actual price, but yeah, not bad. And we're definitely gonna be a lot comfier than camping. And so we spent the rest of the evening just at the property, since we had a long day of driving and a full day planned for tomorrow. Now the thing about this place and most accommodations in the national parks is that there's nothing else within miles. So for dinner, we were stuck with the massively overpriced food.
How's the food? It's pretty good. I got the fruit.
Yo, wait.
No, so like this looks brown, right?
Oh
But then I got big fruit.
I mean, I'm eating like a 9-year-old, but this is the first course, right? So I'm gonna go back.
Tell them how much it was.
It's gonna be like 47 Canadian per person.
But we have no choice. There's only 3 restaurants here, and the buffet is actually like the cheapest, so it is what it is. The food was pretty good, so we couldn't really complain, and it was definitely easier than trying to bring our own. Also, I didn't mention this earlier, but we googled why the car was acting up, and apparently it's from some of the material warping from the extreme heat. Definitely glad it solved itself, because our time here is just getting started. is 5-something a.m. and we are about to watch sunrise. And it's like really quiet here. There's people here, like a few people here actually, because this is the most popular sunrise point in Death Valley. But the weather is nice and warm, and not the bad kind, it's like good kind of warm. And yeah, it's really easy. You just park down over there and it's a short walk just to the top, less than 5 minutes. So yeah, we're just gonna watch the sunrise and I guess enjoy the views.
Through it all, miracle. Turn around and it feels like home. Look around and it feels like home.
All right, the sun is almost up and you can see the light hitting like all the mountains in the back. We could actually walk down from up there to see the famous, I forget what it's called, but this right here. And apparently it's really famous for the sun hitting it during sunrise, so that's why there's a lot of people down here.
So going out at 5 in the morning and catching the sunrise is something I'm pretty used to, especially for places that get really busy during the day. But for Death Valley, this was basically mandatory because of how much more bearable the weather is. Also, you see those mountains in the back? Well, according to one of the signs that I read, those mountains reach up to 11,000 feet and they surround the valley. And because of the huge contrast in elevation, they act as a barrier that blocks cold air and moisture from entering the valley. So basically, hot air gets trapped, rain clouds are almost non-existent, and those mountains are one of the main reasons why it's so hot.
Alright, it is so quiet down here. I went all the way down. This is where I was, and that's my camera right there, so I'm using my phone. And it is so quiet, it's so nice, and the sun is finally coming up.
In the golden state, play the odds on the road less traveled, standing out with seasons strange, but we're the same.
Alright, I am out of breath. I went down, back again, and I wanted to take a picture of myself, so I set up my tripod. And I look back, and as soon as I look back, I see my tripod fall with my camera. And I sprinted back up. The tripod is still on the ground. My lens and camera are covered in dust, but thankfully it didn't break. Just wanted to share that little scare. I'm by myself here now. Like, everyone left. The sun is well over the horizon. I'm just here by myself. And Sam and Sean, who were sitting down for like the longest time, actually saw them go up this mountain. Hold on. Up this mountain right here. Maybe I included some shots of them in the B-roll and you saw, but I don't even know where they are. This is a far climb. Definitely doable, and I would have done it if I knew they were going up there, but I was down there. So yeah, I'm just chilling here. I guess I'll just wait for them. I need sunscreen though, and it's in the car and they have the key. But yeah, this spot is just as good as a place to just sit and wait. So the thing about Death Valley is that it is hot, like really hot. Right now it's 44 degrees Celsius. And we knew that coming into this trip, so we decided just to do one thing at sunrise and one thing at sunset, and then during the day, when it's really hot, we stay inside or stay at the hotel, go by the pool, do things like that. But it's been about 7 hours since where we went in the morning. It definitely doesn't feel like it. So we're like, you know what, let's just go out during the day. And now I'm really starting to see why we only decided to do sunset and sunrise, because it's just so hot. There's like no one here. There's like one other car in the parking lot. It's empty, it's nice, but it's hot. So right now we're at a place called Artist Palette, and just gonna walk around and see what's here.
There's a place I know that feels cold and left alone, tied up in my heart between the good and what I want.
It's a lot nicer during sunset. It's called Artist Palette because like the rocks are colorful, but during the midday sun it's pretty pale. We're only here for a day, so we have to pick some places to not go for sunset. But yeah, we're not gonna be here too long because it is very, very hot. worth it coming here?
Probably like a sunrise kind of move.
But like past hour, was it worth it or better to stay at the hotel?
Probably better to stay at the hotel.
Really? What about this morning?
That was worth it. It was like, it wasn't very hot at all.
Tell me a bit about it.
Me and Sean went up like this crazy range. It took us like an hour to do it both ways. We left Tristan alone in the heat with no water, so sorry about that.
How was this morning?
Oh, that was tough. That was like really steep cliffs. Like if you misstep, you're gone. But really good views.
Really good. Was it worth it coming here?
100%.
Really?
Yeah, to get out of the house, you know?
Sam said he'd rather stay in the hotel.
Like this time. So I would have came like in the evening or morning.
So if you could like undo the past hour, you just stay in the hotel?
Yeah.
A little bit of discomfort for stimulation.
And you're like tired for the whole day.
Okay, we don't need to debate. I mean, it's honestly just like we're here for one day. We have one full day here, so might as well. And yeah, like you said, a little bit of discomfort and you have an experience.
There's a place I know that feels cold enough to know.
And so even though we only plan on going out during sunrise and sunset to avoid the extreme heat, staying at the property for the entire day just felt like too much of a waste, especially since we got back around 8 a.m., which is when we'd normally be waking up. And besides, it's not a real Death Valley experience if you're not walking around in the desert in the midday sun.
All right, we made it to the last stop of the day, which is the sand dunes, one of the most popular spots here at Death Valley, and we're here for sunset, but it's a bit of clouds behind us. You can't really see because it's so bright, but there's like a thick layer of clouds. So we have the sun for a little bit, and I guess we're just gonna enjoy what we have of the sun.
So love a lover, burning with all of your mind.
How's the dinner?
This is a very expensive sandwich. It's a $30 Canadian sandwich.
Yeah.
When are you gonna eat a PB&J out in the Sahara Desert? Like
The Sahara Desert? Not the Sahara. So yeah, we didn't want to do another buffet, so we bought food from the general store and just made do with what we had. It was still expensive and like way overpriced, but we saved a bit of money and it wasn't that bad.
It's all a dream, built by a abandoned stream.
All right, so the sun is gone. There's a little bit left. It's really pink and orange and it's nice, and this place is basically empty. There's some people far in the distance over there, but we can speak as loud as we want. No one's gonna hear us. It just feels like we're in the middle of nowhere. It's so peaceful. And we're staying near LA, so this is a huge contrast to the busyness, and it's just really nice to be out here. So I'm super grateful to be here, Death Valley. We didn't get to see the sun for a while. We left a little bit late and we didn't expect there to be clouds because the skies were like clear all day, but it's still really nice. It's super peaceful. Yeah, I don't think I could have asked for a better ending to our time here in Death Valley. All right, we are still at the dunes. Well, we're leaving now and no one's here for miles, and the sky is completely clear. We see so many stars. This is probably, I would say, one of the moments where I've seen the most stars. There's like very little light pollution. Stars are really nice, and we've pretty much just been chilling here since sunset. Oh, yo, oh, fall off. We're like, we're on like a sand dune. And I also can't see where I'm going because there's a flashlight in my face. All right, what do you think?
It was really cool. Stars are great. Saw lots of satellites. We're out of water though.
Yeah, I wish I could show the stars. I'll show some photos, but you won't be able to see in the videos. It's like, once we turn our flashlights off, it's just, all you see is stars. It's crazy.
Oh, where we want to be.
All right, I gotta do one last sunrise. We were checking out today at 11, but might as well go for sunrise. Gonna be solo today. Sean and Sam didn't want to wake up early, but that's okay. And I actually set my alarm for 4:45 p.m., not a.m. So I am a bit late. Luckily, my body kind of just randomly woke up around 5:15. So I'm a bit late, but hopefully I don't miss it.
Gave up all control, we knew we never had in a song. Your eyes telling stories when words were meaningless, so we fought for our time.
Okay, so the place I chose for the last outing and for sunrise is called Badwater Basin. And it's like these salt flats. It is so cool here. And I didn't miss the sunrise because of these big mountains. Like technically the sun already passed the horizon and you can see like the mountains has the sunlight on them, but I didn't actually like miss seeing the sun yet. So yeah, this is the salt flats, and there's like a huge open area. I don't even know if you could tell. It's already really nice here.
Wrapped around your fingers, even when I couldn't help you out.
I don't know too much about this place. Normally I read the signs, but I skipped it just because I wanted to like get to the end. Actually, I don't really know what the end is. I'm kind of just following this path, but I know we're in a basin, and I know this is like one of the lowest points on Earth, or maybe North America, something like that. There's even a sign. Yeah, you can't really read it, but this little dot right here, that's a sign that says sea level. So we're like way below sea level right now, which is really cool. I think that means it can get a lot hotter than normal. I don't know, but I'm just gonna follow this path over here and see where it takes me. Alright, I've been walking for I don't even know how long. It doesn't look like a lot, but definitely is. There's like 2 or 3 other people all the way down there, so I'm just gonna go to where they are because I feel like that's the end and pretty sure on the right path. But it's so quiet here. Like, if I stop, nothing. When I'm walking, I can hear like the wind in my ears, and then obviously my footsteps, but when I stop walking, nothing. Absolute silence.
So after what felt like miles of walking, I finally made it to the basin, and the camera angle just doesn't do justice to how big this place actually is. The entire basin is 200 square miles, and it really makes you feel like a speck of dust. Along with being a huge open space, being way below sea level is one of the other big factors that make Death Valley so hot. Lower elevation means the air is more dense, which carries more heat. Lucky for me, I was still getting a lot of shade from the mountains, so I spent the next while just walking around, feeling like the only person in the world.
I've made it, and yeah, this is exactly what I was seeing in the photos, so I don't know if you can hear the crunching, but it's all the salt. It's like this cool, like hexagon kind of pattern. Let me show you the salt. It's like, feels like regular salt. I'm like tempted to just taste it, just like a little bit, but I don't know, I feel like maybe that's not a good idea. All right, well, I am now pretty much by myself. Everyone left. Well, there's only like 3 people this whole time. There's like 2 other people that came like to the edge, took a couple photos, and then left. But yeah, I'm pretty much by myself now. It's kind of a weird feeling. I was even talking to one of the people that were leaving, and he said that he hiked from the parking lot all the way to the mountains back there. Also, my camera's on a tripod. I'm tired of holding up my camera. It's actually really heavy. But anyways, this is pretty much the end of Death Valley for us. I mean, we're checking out in a couple hours and making our way back to Los Angeles and Calabasas. But yeah, it's been fun. And when we were planning this, it was like, why are we going to this desert in the 40-degree Celsius weather? But man, if you just wake up a little earlier and stay up just a little later, you could have some really crazy experiences. Not even in Death Valley, just in general. But yeah, it's been really nice here. Totally recommend Death Valley to anyone who's looking for a bit of an adventure. There's a lot. It's not just desert. It's not just desert and rocks. There's the salt flats, there's the dunes, and at night there's just a sky full of stars. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'm also glad I decided to vlog because this place is crazy. Death Valley National Park.